Well, good morning, friends, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Homemakers Journal 34. It has been a while since I've done a Homemakers Journal, so I just thought it would be fun to do one this month and just kind of take you along with me as I took my morning walk. It was such a beautiful morning. We've had a lot of beautiful mornings. Right now it's all overcast, though, and it's not supposed to be very warm today, so you know, I don't know, summer's just all over the place, but we've had plenty of sunshiny days and plenty of beautiful warm days. I have several things to share with you today on Homemakers Journal. I've got two really easy, simple recipes that don't heat up the kitchen too much. So if you're looking for quick dinners to throw together for this kind of summer weather and summer season, and you don't want that kitchen overheated, then you might want to take a look at these. They're both cooking from scratch, easy, and they come together really quickly. So I will be showing you that. I also have my wool dryer balls take 2. So I'm not going to go into the whole thing about how to make them because I have an entire video on that. And so if you have not seen my video on how to make wool dryer balls, then you can check it out here, or I'll leave the link below. But I had to do it again because I bought the wrong yarn, as you saw in my if you saw the wool dryer ball video, then you know that I bought the wrong yarn, and so I had to redo this all over again. So I'm showing you that and the results from that. So that's why this is take 2 on those. And there's more. Let's see. Oh, and if you are dealing with summer feet, you know, you're in sandals and flip-flops, or you're working in the garden, and you know your feet can just get pretty rough during the summer. So I have a really easy, quick little foot bath, and just to give yourself a little bit of, you know, extra special care. Some self-foot love. So for these summer months. Okay, we're going to get moving on with the video now, and I'm going to show you those 2 really simple, easy recipes to begin with. For this first recipe, we are making chicken tacos, and I am making them in my Instant Pot. I've got about 3 pounds of chicken thighs there and a 1.5 cups of chicken broth. And mine were partially defrosted. They had been boneless, skinless, frozen from Costco, and they were kind of like halfway defrosted. And I just layered them into my Instant Pot. I took about a 1/4 cup of taco seasoning and just kind of made sure that each of them were coated well with the taco seasoning. Then I took a cup of salsa and just kind of dumped that over the top and put the lid on my Instant Pot and set it for about 20 minutes. Now, if they had been completely frozen, I might have done a little bit longer time. And after it was done cooking, I let the temperature come down on its own, and then I removed the lid. I then took the chicken out. There's quite a bit of broth still in there, but I took the chicken all out of that and shredded it up with a couple forks. Now, this part is totally optional. I had about 4 ounces there of cream cheese, and I needed to use it up, so I just added it to the chicken. You do not have to do that, but they did taste really good. And I kept adding the juices from the Instant Pot and kind of stirring that in there. I didn't want it soupy because these were going into tacos, but I did want them to be moist. And so I just did it a little bit at a time. And that was all there was to it. At that point, I made them just like you would regular tacos. You could do hard shells, but I didn't have any, so I had just used the soft corn tortillas. I usually just soften those with a little bit of spray cooking oil in a frying pan on each side, and that is about it. I served this with the salad, and this came together so quickly and was absolutely delicious. And that amount of chicken meat lasted us quite a while. For this meal, I started by sauteing up some onions and mushrooms. I both had those chopped and in my freezer, so I just dumped in some of those into my heated pot that had some oil in it, and I could stir those around until they had kind of softened up. At that point, I then added about 3/4 cup of rice, and you could do any amount of rice depending on how many people you were feeding. I heated that up, let the rice brown just a little bit, and added 1.5 cups of chicken broth. I season my rice with a little bit of garlic and a few of my other favorite seasonings. I really enjoy this Costco garlic and herb seasoning. It adds a lot to, especially things like rice. I let that cook for the 25 minutes, and while that was going, I opened a can of my home canned green beans and warmed those up. Now for this meal, I was actually using a jar of my own home canned Italian beef. However, you could add any kind of meat. It could be leftover meat from a night before. It could be cooked hamburger. It could be chicken. It doesn't really matter because it all goes together so easily, because that is it. And I served that along with the green beans. And boy, we really enjoyed this. I actually made this meal the night that we got home from our trip, and it was so nice to have something quick and simple to throw together. And of course, vegetables could be your choice. They don't have to be green beans, but whatever you might have on hand. All right, you guys, my moment has come. I got the right wool yarn, and I am ready to do wool dryer balls take 2. It took 3 washer dryer cycles in hot water, and I now have dryer balls, and I'm going to take them out of the nylon and show you what I've got. And they do kind of stick to the nylon, so you kind of have to peel them back, but I have a finished dryer ball, just like they're supposed to be. love about this foot soak recipe is it just uses basic stuff that you have most likely already in your home, and it makes your feet feel so good. And you will see that I threw a couple peppermint tea bags in there because I do believe peppermint has some value to your skin, and it's refreshing and that kind of stuff. If you don't have peppermint tea bags, you can use essential oil, whether it's peppermint or any type smell that you would like. It just is very calming and very nice. Lavender is very relaxing, so you know, just put in there whatever you want, or don't put any in there if you don't want that either. Alright, you guys, that wraps up Homemakers Journal 34, and I hope you found it to be enjoyable, inspiring, getting some new ideas, and anything that will benefit you and your homemaking life. So, I hope you have an awesome and blessed day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.